Hey up, how you doing? Are you alright? Tonight we've got a commercial beer, a very special commercial beer, which I've been waiting to review for a while. The beer. Bold statement, but it's not called the beer for no reason. There's a whole story behind this. In fact, I think there's sort of a double story behind this. So, I'm going to tell that story while drinking it. So this is the beer, formerly known as Yellow Belly. Right, bear with me, because like I say, there's a whole story behind this. It's amazing. And it is a 11% peanut butter and biscuit stout from a collaboration of Buxton Brewery here in the UK and Omnipollo over there in that there Sweden. But there was another brewery that's got involved with this one. I'm going to get this because this is going to be a sipper at 11%. And there's a story behind the packaging as well. Picture of the original one, formerly known as. Put a picture there and I'll tell you about that in a minute. Let's get this out. I'm going to do this carefully because I'm going to put that back on. And I'm going to... Ooh. And preserve this notorious occasion. So there's a bit of info. It's just a plain white. Right. Like I said, this used to have the KKK influence on the white. And there is a reason. Let me just quickly read this and then we'll pour it. I'll have a sip and then we'll go through a bit more of the story. Don't normally do this. Stick with me. I'm hoping this is going to be interesting. Do you know what? If the story isn't interesting, watching me sip this and see if I'm alright at the end, I don't think I'm going to get through it all. I don't know how big it is. Is it a 330? So on here, there's a bit of a story. Let me tell you the story. A yellow belly is a person who is without courage, fortitude, or nerve, a coward. To use one of the most cowardly deeds is to act anonymously, hiding behind a group, and signifying traits of institutionalised racism. So that's the KKK part of it, I think. This beer is brewed to celebrate all things new, open-minded and progressive. A peanut butter biscuit stout with no biscuits, butter or nuts. Taste, enjoy, and don't be prejudiced. Omnipollo and Buxton. I came across this beer probably 5 or 6 years ago on YouTube when it was called Yellow Belly, and it looked and it seemed, I haven't watched a video review on it for absolutely ages, but it looked incredible. I'm getting this in the glass, ladies and gentlemen. I've watched so many people in the past. Is it as good? It's got the legs, hasn't it? It sounds good. It sounds really good. Let's have a smell. Now, I don't know what's in this. It tells you a bit of malt and wheat and stuff, but it doesn't tell you any of the hops or any flavourings or anything. But as you know, 11% for me. Let's get it in the glass. I'm not expecting a big head on this. I'm genuinely really excited and nervous at the same time, but it's all right. Jet black with a tanned ring on it. Absolutely no. 11%, we're not expecting it, are we? It smells like a super delectable dark glass of yumminess. I'm going to have a couple of sips of this, think about it, and I'll just tell you a bit about why the name's changed, shall we? Light on carbonation, dark as you like, no head. Masses and masses and masses of aroma. Let me just have another bit. So why did this beer change its name? And it's relevant here in 2024 even more. So, and I don't know the exact ins and outs because I looked it up a while ago. I've done this review. I haven't really looked it up, but I've got it in my head because it's a local brewery to me that got involved, Bateman's Brewery. Bateman's Brewery, and there's a twist at the end of this, which you will not expect. Bateman's Brewery brew a beer called Yellow Belly, and it's a light, it's golden ale. So this beer was out for a while, and it was just being sold, lovely, no problem at all. And then suddenly, apparently, Bateman's Brewery saw it and went, hang on a minute, that's our name for one of our beers. Now, I'm not going to get involved with the politics and that of it, but you're not going to get confused, are you? And as I say, this was called Yellow Belly because it's in a white wrapper, hiding behind, you won't show your face, you're prejudiced about stuff, but you won't actually stand up and go, this is who I am, this is how I feel. You're hiding. You're being a yellow belly, because a yellow belly in America, I think, or some parts of the world, are you're being a coward. A yellow belly's a coward. Here in Lincolnshire, it's a different thing, because we are called, if you're born and bred, if you're born in Lincolnshire, you're called a yellow belly. And let me tell you the reason. I'm doing a lot of pointing, sorry, I'm excited, but I can't believe this beer. Well, I can. I'm just pleased I'm not disappointed. So here in Lincolnshire, which is why Bateman's, I guess, has a beer called Yellow Belly. If you're a Lincolnshire person born in Lincolnshire, you're a yellow belly. And we don't really exactly know why, I've got to be honest. I've looked it up extensively over the years, and I've found a few maybe reasons, which I'm going to tell you. But nobody actually, really definitely, definitively knows. So I've collated just a few, and I'll tell you about them. So, one of the reasons they think may be in rural places when they used to have a couple of pigs, didn't you? I can remember my granddad having the trough still. They used to have a couple of pigs, and then used to slaughter them, and they used to hang the meat till it was yellow after they were slaughtered, and then they knew it was good. Another reason maybe could be so Lincoln to London stagecoach drivers, you know, with the horses, horse and stagecoach, they used to wear yellow waistcoats as one of their uniforms. Oh, that was their uniform. That's one theory. Also, the Lincolnshire Regiment used to wear yellow waistcoats. That is another theory. Lincolnshire can be quite clay, and they say, like, in the war, in the early wars, they'd be on the elbows and the knees, going through the clay over the top so they can shoot the enemy, and their uniforms at the front around their bellies used to be a yellowy colour from the clay. That's another theory, but we don't know. We don't actually know. Now let's have a drink of this and I'll tell you the twist in the story if you're still interested. Okay, this is dark. It's not super roasty. It's quite milky with a thick mouthfeel. Very, very, very little carbonation. Quite sweet. Dark, luscious. It feels very quite really thick mouthfeel. It's got that luxurious thing. Peanut butter. Am I getting any peanut butter? It smells how it tastes, but I can't. So you know what a lightweight I am with beer. 11% beer. I should be getting loads of alcohol off this. I should be going, whoa, that tastes of loads. That's really alcoholic. I'm not. I am absolutely not. I really wouldn't know. I think it's that milk. It's got that milky. And it has it got a bit of peanut butter? I don't know if I'm getting a lot of peanut butter. Maybe. Definitely biscuity. That I'm guessing they're getting the biscuity part from the malts, and it is quite biscuity. It is probably a little bit peanut buttery, but I think I'm getting confused with that sweetness to the peanut butter, maybe. I don't know how they get the peanut butter in there if it doesn't use... Anyway, that is a lovely, absolutely amazing, incredible, thick, luscious, delectable, beautiful, amazing Impey. I mean, that is lovely. That does not disappoint me. Anyway, then back to the name change. I don't think I said, Bateman's was saying, that's our name. You can't call it that beer. And don't quote me, but one of the two breweries, Buxton or Omnipollo, or probably both together because they're in collaboration, said, do you know what? I'm not going to fight you in court. I'd rather spend, and I have seen this quote, I would just rather spend the money that I would spend on solicitors and court fees buying amazing hops to brew amazing beer. That is so cool. So that's what they did. They changed the name to The Beer, left the packaging sort of the same, and they've carried on spending the money buying ingredients to make incredible beer. I love it. So this isn't cheap. I did buy two of these, and I bought them from Buxton. They was £20.39 for two. It's £7 something, I think, at the minute in August 2024. But I say, I don't know if you have to have VAT, and I didn't look. Anyway, it's not cheap, but I will sacrifice some of my salary, ladies and gentlemen, to bring this to you, because I watched this in awe when I was watching YouTube 5-6 years ago. I've never had one, never had the chance to try it. I really wanted one, and I haven't seen anything on the internet for this for a while. And let's get back to Bateman's Brewery and why it's a bit poignant this year. So Bateman's Brewery, a local independent brewery, family run and always has been, is 150 years old this year, 2024. And they've brought out a beer called, and I can't really say it, I might have to spell it, SESQUI Centennial. See if I can find a picture of it there somewhere. Guess who that's in collaboration with, ladies and gentlemen? I wonder who they would, all the breweries, who do you think they've got in collaboration with this absolutely epically amazing 150 years as a family run brewery? You've got it. Buxton Brewery! I love it. What a twist. What a twist to the story. I'm going to go and sip this. I hope you've enjoyed this little one. I was excited to try the beer. I thought I'd do it on camera. It's got a bit of a decent story behind it, hasn't it? I hope you enjoyed it. If you're still here watching, I much appreciate it. Thank you very much. Cheers.